I'll just say this, if you put your mind to it, and you want to do something, there isn't anything that you girls can't do. Miss Maria did it. I'm a vice president of the waste company, and I'm growing this company. I can do it.
Miss Maria's story is really interesting. She migrated to the immigrated to the United States with her parents when she was about 13 from Central America. Got married pretty young. I think she was about 18 when she got married and started having a family. And so she graduated from high school and started college but didn't finish. Then went back to college and worked full time this whole time. Went back to college after she had kids and was a mom and finished her degree then later on after she had like a full-time job and another job. And then started her own company about the time she was graduating from college while still working a full-time job somewhere else.
I'm the vice president of the company and I work for her. She owns this trash company. One of the only woman-owned, minority-owned waste hauling companies in the country. Not just in Texas, but all over the United States. Ms. Rios has been in this business for 15 years. She started in the waste industry about 20 years ago and worked for a big company. She said, I can do it. And this element is something that we're fixing to do at a bigger scale. If you'll turn and look right here, this is a solid waste transfer station. This is our next goal. So we'll go from just a waste company to a place that brings other waste companies like Miss Maria and our company. You actually bring your waste to these guys and they take it and process it, and they'll either take it to the landfill or they'll recycle it. And this is our next venture, is the recycling center, which would have a machine that when you pick up the waste, you feed these machines and they make bells. And that's what you're recycling, that's what you're here for today, is to talk about recycling. Those get sold. So you pay somebody to take your waste, and then they take it and put it in bells and they sell it in the mills. So it actually goes out and they sell it. So believe it or not, you pay for them to haul it away, and they can actually go and sell it. Solid waste landfills, a little further down the road. It's a big investment. These would generate gas, make electricity. Can you believe that landfills that hold trash make electricity? From their gases that come off of the trash, they actually trap the gas. It's called methane. They condition it, they compress it, and it actually goes into machines and burns turns of turbines that are gas powered, and they actually sell the electricity in the grid, and they capture some of the gas and they put it in these vehicles. Instead of diesel, they'll put it in vehicles and run it. So these steps are steps for us to take down the road as we grow. Recycling is a really big deal on the East Coast and the West Coast, and we're trying to make it a really big deal in Texas. Your school actually does it. Or some of your schools in Cycler do it. I don't know what schools do you go to? Oh, a homeschool? Okay. So you probably have a recycling in your subdivision. If you're in Fairfield? You're in Fairfield, so you have waste management, recycling in your subdivision. That's actually a waste management machine. They actually recycle with it. So that trash from your home in the recycling containers or the little bins actually go to a machine just like that. So, and then it goes in there and it separates it. There's machines in here that have eyes and magnets and lights and little fingers that separate cardboard, paper, trash, plastics, metals, and then it sends it to the right area, and then it bells it up and they sell it. You can see they're helping me out there. Sometimes I'm helping them because I'm all of their bosses. I'm their boss. And then there's some more employees. There's Miss Maria again. There's Mr. Rios. That's her husband. That's a nephew. That's her son. That's her daughter. That's her brother-in-law. That's her soon-to-be daughter-in-law. And then the rest are just, that's not all the employees, but that's just some that was there that day for that picture. They'll fax letters to them, they'll call them, they'll mail them, and then they'll ask for quotes for waste. And then we come out and do quotes, and then we go and pick up their waste or their trash.
And you asked about the smell. The cool thing about a transfer station is it could be really close to your neighborhood, and unless you know where it is, it won't smell. Because, like this one, for example, I happen to know because we pulled it up and read about it online, but it's about the size of 6 football fields. So, and they fill it up to about 90 feet tall in the entire building every single day, 7 days a week. But at the end of the day, and at the beginning of the day, it always looks like this. They can't leave any trash in there overnight. So there isn't a smell because it doesn't sit long enough. And then you don't have the problems with like rats and mice and possums and all those things you think of because the trash never stays.
Part of Houston, and they're intended for these waste trucks not to have to go so far. So this would just go just a little ways away. They're hidden out around the city. They're racing there and they dump those on the floor. They dump the waste on the floor. And then these guys go and take it in larger trucks, containers like this, and they'll truck it out to the landfill. So our trucks don't have to go over these hills, all through here, wait in lines, and it costs more because these are usually on the outsides of town. This costs less to go here to dump. Those cost more, but if you consider windshield time, fuel, environmental time with the truck running, it's easier sometimes to drop off payload more in town. And it's a big business. So one of those particular buildings right there, they generate between $20 and $40 million a year. So just know that no matter what you put your mind to, and believe in it, and try hard enough, you can pull it off. We operate in the millions of dollars. We operate millions and millions of dollars, and we just, in just landfill only, we spend over $1.5 million a year just in landfill. We spend $1 million a year in fuel. So we started with 2 trucks, and now we have 20. We're buying 2 more, and then shortly thereafter we'll buy 4 more. So really cool. We're going really fast.
and it could actually even be more recycled. You could do this with old Christmas cards, but I threw mine away last year or donated them or something, so I couldn't have them this year. And then this is old sheet music that we had. We have a piano at our house that a friend gave us, and it has some really old sheet music that aren't probably songs any of us are going to have any interest in. But it was kind of too cool to throw away. So we made a Christmas ornament. So we're sort of repurposing and not recycling.
School or at their house, what is the best thing you could say to them?
Great question, Grace. If I can get you to recycle, you can say X amount of trees, X amount, you can create X amount of oxygen, you can save X amount of fuel, you can conserve X amount of kilowatts of electricity. But if I can break that down and show you exactly what it is that you save and how many you save, like we did 11 loads, 11 tons of waste, and we got an environmental impact report back from 11 tons of recycling. It was amazing how much oxygen we produced, how much electricity that we saved, how much fuel or diesel that we saved. It was amazing how many trees that we saved just in those few loads. So if I talk to you about it in that manner, then you start thinking about, besides, oh, it's so easy to put trash right in a trash can. When in reality, it's easy to put a second container right beside the trash can. You're going there anyway. You're going to spend the same amount of energy. And if you did that, not only could you save all those things and produce all those things, you can also make money with it. So I usually can't start off with telling you that you'll make money with it because everybody says, oh, well, you can't make that much because it takes too long. But you can do an awful lot in your environment and do really
This stacking and railing system is made out of recycled products. Tire trash cans are made out of 100% recyclable products.
Zoom in.
The mat is made of recyclable products. These are Mohawk rugs made out of recycled materials. Mohawk reclaims more than 3 billion plastic bottles each year. Bottles are recycled into PET chips.
The PET chips are
Extruded?
extruded into Everstrand carpet fibers.